What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have a massive update for The Walking Dead Online, and this one is actually bringing some of the biggest quality of life changes we've seen so far. Beta build 1.4.29 is here, and the developers have been listening to community feedback, adding persistent player storage, inventory improvements, healing changes, performance optimizations, and a ton of other fixes. So today, we're going to break down everything you need to know about this update. First up, and probably the biggest addition in this update, we finally have persistent player storage. You can now find private storage boxes in all of the main locations throughout the game, and the best part, this storage is persistent, meaning the items you put inside are saved permanently. So instead of constantly having to carry everything around you or worry about losing valuable supplies, you can now actually stash your loot and come back for it later. This is a huge change for survival gameplay. You can stockpile weapons, medical supplies, food, ammunition, or whatever else you might need for your next run. And because the storage is private, you don't have to worry about other players grabbing your stuff. The developers also made a bunch of changes based directly on community feedback. First, the crosshair has been improved. It now takes up less space on your screen, which should make combat feel cleaner and give you a better view of what's actually happening around you. Next, the loot spawn cycle has been shortened. That means you're not going to have to wait as long for loot to come back, making scavenging and looting locations a lot more efficient. There are also some pretty important changes to the game's medical system. Bandages, first aid kits, and IFAKs now directly heal more again. So healing should feel much more useful when you're in the middle of a fight or trying to survive after getting injured. Bleeding wounds will also clot faster, and gunshot wounds are now less likely to cause bleeding in the first place. This should make combat feel a little bit less punishing while keeping the survival aspect of the game. Another interesting change is that bullet travel time has been disabled. This should make shooting feel more immediate and responsive. So if you've been struggling with shots feeling delayed or having to account for bullet travel, that should now be significantly different. Definitely something you'll want to test out after the update. Inventory management is also getting some major improvements. The overall inventory storage capacity has been increased, and backpack storage capacities have also been increased. So you'll be able to carry more supplies with you while exploring. And the developers also faced an issue involving backpack swapping from the vicinity. That should make managing and switching your gear a lot smoother. But that's not all. The developers also fixed console scope sensitivity, which should make aiming with the scope feel much better for console players. Skinned mesh characters have temporarily been disabled for performance reasons. Banners have also been changed. Instead of spawning you directly on top of a banner, you'll now spawn near it. And the banner spawn cooldown has been reduced to just 7 minutes. And here's one that I'm sure a lot of players are going to notice. Blood effects are back. The developers have added blood effects that are compliant with Roblox's TOS. So combat should have a little bit more visual feedback again without violating Roblox's rules. And finally, one of the biggest changes that might not immediately be visible, the developers have done massive performance optimizations. This is huge because performance can make or break a game like The Walking Dead Online. If these optimizations work as intended, we should hopefully see smoother gameplay, better performance, and an overall better experience while playing. Overall, beta build 1.4.29 looks like a really solid update. We're getting persistent storage, bigger inventories, bigger backpacks, improved healing, faster bleeding recovery, better loot cycles, a smaller crosshair, improved console sensitivity, blood effects, banner changes, and major performance improvements. And what I really like about this update is a lot of these changes are based on actual community feedback. That shows that the developers are paying attention to what players are saying and are actively trying to improve the game. Persistent storage alone is going to make a massive difference in how people play. So if you haven't checked out The Walking Dead online recently, this might be a great time to jump back in. But that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about beta build 1.4.29? Are you excited for persistent storage? And what other features do you want to see added to The Walking Dead Online? But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.